special shout out to our sponsor, Qualia. Qualia is the category-creating digital closing platform used by thousands of lenders across the country to seamlessly work with their title and escrow partners. By working better together, Qualia is powering lenders to deliver a differentiated closing experience for their clients. Through real-time communications, closing status updates, and workflow management, Qualia brings lenders together with home buyers and sellers, title and escrow agents, and real estate agents for a secure and seamless closing experience. Qualia is proud to have been awarded the Housing Wire Tech 100 Award for real estate, as well as CB Insights FinTech 250 Award. Discover how you can work more efficiently with your title and escrow partners at qualia.com/innovators. That's QUALIA.com/innovators.
Greetings, everyone. If this is your first time joining us, welcome to the Mortgage Innovators podcast, where we deliver fresh and hopefully fun and entertaining insights on all things mortgage and the innovation that's propelling our industry forward. My name is Margaret Chiavini. I'm with New Res Correspondent Lending, and every Tuesday you can find our rotating group of co-hosts who all share their own unique connection to the industry. This week, I have my wonderful co-host, Dan Cantanella, here to join us on this episode. Hi, Dan.
How are you?
Excellent. It's wonderful to have you as always. So this week, we have a very fun episode. We are joined by Lender Prices Dewar and Rick. And welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, Margaret. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Margaret. Great to be here.
Absolutely. We're excited for this conversation. So let's kick off this episode with you giving us just a little bit of background for our listeners. Lender Price is a very robust platform. And would you just share with our audience your product mix, the type of clients you're working with, and how your products are helping the industry? I think that'd be a great place to start.
Sure, I'll start with this one, Rick, and you can chime in. So we have three main products. We have our enterprise pricing engine. It's a product pricing and eligibility engine. It's used by more than 200 lenders. We have thousands of brokers that are on it, 3 times as many brokers as our competitor. 10 of the top 20 largest mortgage lenders use our solution, 22 of the top 30 wholesale lenders, and 4 of the top 12 banks and credit unions. So that's our enterprise pricing engine, and really that's the power that drives all of our other solutions. We also have a marketplace PPE. Our marketplace PPE is used by brokers, and it allows brokers to search their favorite wholesale lenders to find the best loan programs, rates, and pricing. And last is our non-agency portfolio underwriting engine. And that's really critical at a time like we are now, where a lot of these, anything that's not sent to the GSEs can be ran through our non-agency portfolio underwriting engine. So it's crucial for those lenders that want to underwrite non-QM loans, portfolio loans, any non-traditional loans out there.
Fantastic. Rick, anything else that you would kind of add to that?
Yeah, I would just say think of us as a platform, and there's a lot of lenders out there that are looking for the right solution right now, and it's a really good time for lenders, originators, just folks in our space to with volume down, to really take the time to look at the different solutions out there. And we like to say that we could be potentially the one engine that replaces many parts to the business to increase efficiency. But I really like our product mix. I think it serves the industry well, both helping lenders as well as brokers. And with refi volume way down and volume down to say 50% off normal volume levels, I think we're serving a need in the industry.
Definitely. And we're we're always so lucky when we have Dan on the podcast because he is the Chief Digital Officer for Finance of America, and he always has a wonderful perspective on what the originator needs and how that dovetails with technology. You know, Dan, from your perspective, talking about lender price as a platform and then all of these various areas where they can actually help. What are some of the thoughts that you have and ways to think about this as we visit with Dewar and Rick?
Yeah, so what Dewar and Rick said is spot on. I mean, in this market, obviously we've all seen, you know, refis dry up, and we're all trying to really expand that net into a broader, you know, customer set, and ultimately that means offering, you know, more diverse products, you know, in the non-agency space, and that does, you know, those products are certainly more intensive on your operations staff. So utilize any way you can build efficiency through the underwriting process and utilize these tools where, you know, traditionally you would run those products, that traditional customer through a DU or an LP, an agency automated underwriting engine. On these diverse product sets, you don't have that option in a lot of cases. So leveraging technology to really keep your underwriters as efficient as they are on those agency loans is certainly a key to making sure that you can continue to scale those product sets and serve more customers that don't fall into that kind of traditional, you know, credit risk bucket. So it certainly resonates with me. At Finance America, we've certainly done an evaluation of that space because it's been a growing need. I mean, from where we were in January to where we are in, say, April or May of this year, I mean, our non-QM, non-agency, you know, product line is probably in the 10 to 15% range. Where prior to that, you know, it was probably less than 5%. So we're certainly starting to see that scale, and with that, you know, we're evaluating, you know, what is the right technology to help our underwriters be as efficient as they were on the agency scenarios. I think, you know, the one question I would ask you guys, you know, if you know, what would you say to lenders that, especially in the PPE space, you know, they're so tightly integrated. It's not necessarily the easiest transition. It's probably the second most complex, other than a doc engine provider, integration to really build into your tech stack. What would you say to lenders to say, hey, this is a platform, you should look at lender price because of, you know, if you're facing these challenges in the industry, and we believe lender price can help. And then maybe you could talk about some of the platforms that you're integrated with so that lenders out there know, you know, where you are with being integrated to their own tech stacks.
Yeah, I know. So I think, you know, so I come from an engineering background, and I've also been in the industry since 2001. I used to own a wholesale mortgage company, escrow, real estate. This is my industry. I love it, and I'm here to stay. I know both sides of the coin here. From an integration perspective, for us, what's really important is to have, number one, a modern tech stack. So when you have a modern tech stack, it's easier to integrate. You've got, you know, when you're integrating with legacy solutions, you've got the backward compatibility issue. And when you have something that's modern, you're able to integrate much faster and much better. And you can also do things that the legacy systems can't do. The other thing too that we do in our solution that's really important is that we have a lot of features and functionality that it's configurable. For example, let's say if you want to integrate with an LOS, and let's say we have already an integration in place, you tend to have clients that have certain things that they do differently within that LOS. So our pricing engine, they may want to have certain fields populated differently, certain fields that are calculated on the capital markets or secondary market side. So we've built a module that allows a business analyst on our end that even a lender can actually utilize to help, you know, in that integration effort, to speed up that integration. And then we also have a configurable UI, because as you're transitioning from one system to another system, you have, you know, you've got to retrain employees. Now, LOS integrations, I feel, is probably the most difficult. I think servicing is also very difficult. But from a user experience perspective, if you're transitioning from a legacy PPE over to ours, you can keep the same, the same user interface in the sense that it looks nicer, it looks cleaner, it's responsive, but the order of questions is the same. So when your loan originator prices out a loan, it's not anything different. The results can actually show up very similar to a legacy system. The difference is that you have the power, you have the flexibility, and you have the speed.
That's great. That's great. So what if I flipped the question and we flipped over kind of from a broker perspective? If I'm a broker out there, what is the differentiator in using your platform versus, some of the other competitors? If I'm a broker, I'm probably leveraging a couple different, PPEs to figure out what, lender outlet I'm going to, divert a customer to. Why would I use lender price other than some of those competitors?
What I think separates us a little bit is we speak to both audience types, if you will, right? So we have a strong PPE that serves lenders very well, and we have, which also serves originators and brokers very well, right? But we have technology and a solution that gives brokers the ability to see. So let's talk about our marketplace product, right? As a key example. So our marketplace product allows brokers to not only see rates, program, and pricing information from participating marketplace lenders inside our system, but they also have the ability to see their pricing alongside participating marketplace lenders. Now, what that does is that serves the borrower well at the end of the day, because it gives the originator access to additional loan programs and pricing and programs that they may not know existed, right? And they'll be able to compare pricing across all these different lenders and be able to send that out not only to their borrowers, right, but also feed that information to the referral partners, which is again going to be another key component that originators and brokers are going to want to leverage, is those referral partnership relationships in this market, right? So we have the technology to serve that and give brokers an edge back to their current referral relationships, but also, expose pricing to them that may tip the scales on getting them one or two extra deals a month.
Yeah, and if I could just
That's
add
great.
to that, our UI is not something that's very static. So we have various, wholesale lenders, whether they're, wholesale lenders that offer conforming products, non-conforming products, non-QM, as well as home equity. So brokers can find lenders that offer home equity. And it does it not just in an intuitive way, but the results clearly lets you know that, hey, you're looking for this product right here, but you should probably also look at these other programs that you were not aware of. And the legacy systems out there just can't provide that.
I think that's a huge point, and every deal matters in this market, right? And every competitive edge and any product that you can offer to a consumer is certainly critical in this market. So I think that's a great differentiator.
And what I love about what you just said, Dewar, is that there's so many times where if you don't know the exact right question to ask, then you're not going to get the results that you're really after. And so, at least if I understood what you were saying correctly, it almost like the system helps you be successful. Hey, you asked about this. You also might be interested in these three other things,
That's
which
exactly right.
that's really powerful. And to Dan's point, every deal matters.
Right,
Which
because
is,
Dan said earlier, he said, the refinance boom is pretty much ended. I mean, I refinanced and I got a very low rate in the twos, and I don't plan on refinancing again. But there's a lot of self-employed borrowers out there, a lot of borrowers that were ignored because every one of us focused on QM and refinancing the same borrower over and over again. So how do you find those loan programs? How do you find the 24 months bank statement programs? How do you find DSCR? Loan officers haven't been trained the last 2 years of how to locate these or even qualify them. But our system allows them to look at not just pricing, but eligibility as well.
Yeah, that's so true. And, you know, just talking about the refinance boom ending, everyone needs help in terms of originating, you know, volume. And so it's almost as though the engine is in a way a pseudo employee helping you figure out what are other resources that you have to be more successful in the marketplace, which is really neat.
Can
Yeah.
we use part of our marketing right there, the pseudo employee?
Yeah,
Sure.
and yeah,
See,
listen, it's true. It really is true because especially, you know, the traditional loan advisor has typically, you know, been, you know, especially for the last 2 years, right? I mean, they had deals coming out of the sky. You know, they were, you know, 90% agency loans, very vanilla, and now they got to look broader. And, you know, if technology can help them surface other opportunities and other products that they should be offering to a consumer, then it's a win-win, you know, certainly for the LO that, you know, needs to win every deal.
If you recall, like brokers before used to have an office, now it's your home. You used to have a wholesale account executive that used to visit your office, or many routinely, and they used to come and look at your, you know, they used to come to your desk and they would go, can I take a look at your file and let me see if I can qualify you, right?
Yeah. Yep.
We lost that. Like, you don't have that, you know, you don't have
It's
that option.
very rare anymore. Very rare.
Very rare, right? It's like, and especially with COVID, it's even more rare. Like, you really couldn't do it. But having a solution that can guide you is super helpful.
absolutely. And can you give us are there any exciting things on the horizon that you're working to implement into the overall, you know, product that you can share with us?
Yeah, so here very shortly, we are going to be rolling out some key enhancements to our marketplace product. Very excited about it. I can't, you know, divulge, you know, deep feature sets that are coming out, so I'm going to have to talk a little broad here. But you know, basically, and I kind of hinted at it earlier, is, you know, brokers are going to get the ability to expand their reach and be able to price loans and utilizing their existing relationships as well as our participating marketplace lenders, right? So giving them the ability to, you know, expand their access and find, you know, additional deals that may, again, tip the scales for them in this market, right? So, you know,
Such a
pricing
tease, Rick. Such a
comparisons,
tease.
pricing. Yeah, so look for pricing comparisons, extended access to loan programs, but also the ability to see their current relationships and our marketplace lenders inside one solution, and be able to offer that back out to borrowers as well as referral partners.
Yeah, so let me add to some of this teaser, okay? So it comes out.
He's the CEO, he's allowed.
So yeah, it's Rick. When I was talking about this earlier, says, so should we announce it? I said, so let me give you a teaser. Currently, if you're a broker, if you're approved with 20, 30 different wholesale lenders, you sign up with a competitor, I'm not going to name who it is, and you've got to go through a process. You've got to identify who those wholesale lenders are. You've got to identify the tiers that you belong to, the tiers that you're associated with. You've got to identify your comp plan, etc. Well, what if I were to tell you that whole entire process is completely automated and you could get up and running in an instant today? You don't have to wait.
Well, that is what we love to hear on the Mortgage Innovators podcast. So that is fantastic. Fast and efficient and bringing in more deals. We love it. Right, Dan?
That's absolutely.
And if I may, and the ability to do it on the fly from anywhere at any time.
Wow, that's great. Super. Well, gentlemen, we are close to the end of our episode. Dan, any other last thoughts before we actually get the details on how folks can reach Lender Price?
No, I'm excited to see this exciting new release when it comes out, Dwar.
You'll get a special invite. We'll give Dan and Margaret a special invite.
All right, sounds
Hey,
good. We're in, Margaret.
love it. Super. Okay, so how can our audience get in touch with your team and learn more about lender price in general, and then also this exciting enhancement that's coming out?
Yeah, you can certainly go to our website, www.lenderprice.com. It's as easy as that. You can also email us at sales@lenderprice.com. And you can certainly contact us through LinkedIn. Rick, any other ways that they can contact us? Maybe through some of our forums on our site?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, now is the time to take the phone call from the vendor, book the demos, see the technology, right? So feel free to, I know it sounds cliche, but book a demo. We're happy to show life under the hood, show you how the technology works, show you the power of the platform. We're a company that prides ourselves on, we're easy to reach, we're responsive, we're great at service. We have a great borrower experience, great lender experience, and we pride ourselves on that. So feel free to get in touch. You can hit the book a demo button right on our website, and we'll get in touch fast.
Excellent. Okay. Well, Dwar and Rick, thank you so much for being here today and sharing with us this important information. And Dan, of course, it's always a pleasure to, spend a few minutes with you.
Thank you.
And Margaret, thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. And so now just want to thank all of you listeners for tuning in to our episode today. If you like what you heard, please make sure to subscribe to the Mortgage Innovators YouTube channel or wherever you podcast. And we'll see you for the next episode.